Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to black out the writing on your dots. Mostly this is Holosun dots, but they're not the only ones that have white writing on them. So I'm going to show you how to turn it from this into this. And as you can see, that is still visible, but just barely. You can do multiple, what I'm going to show you, you could do it multiple times to make it a little bit more blacked out. But essentially, the process blacks it out, and then from far off, you're just not going to be able to notice that, right? So it might take you a couple times. I'll show you. Very, very simple. What you're going to need is going to be aluminum black from Birchwood Casey. I got this off of Amazon, but you can get it at Walmart. You can get it at hardware stores like Ace Hardware or Home Depot. You're going to need some Q-tips. And then, or you can use cleaning patches, and then a microfiber cloth or a paper towel. And essentially what you'll do is you're just going to take the Birchwood Casey, open it up. Maybe they make it childproof. All right, you're going to get it nice and saturated, and it will start to turn it black, and that's okay. And then what we're gonna do is we're just going to start putting liquid on here and then letting it sit. Now, for the sake of time, I will probably speed this up, but I'm going to show you, how I do it. I get it nice and saturated, so you can see here how it's pretty wet. All right, so get it saturated. I'm going to do one side at a time because it doesn't actually take that long. So I'll do this side, and then when I'm done, I'm going to flip it to the other side. But as you can see on this side, it's already starting to turn because this is the side that sits against my stomach. So something I've noticed is my dots, as I have them over time, they start to turn darker and darker, and then they pretty much black themselves out. Now, this is not the only way to do it. Birchwood Casey aluminum black is not the only way to do it. My buddy does use, I'm going to go ahead and put that down and talk to you while this continues to turn. My buddy uses a paint pen like this one right here. All right, this is an oil-based paint pen. He uses a black one, and shake it up, and then he just writes on it, gets it nice and dark, and then does that multiple times using a dry fiber cloth to kind of wipe it off in between. So he'll do it, sort of let it dry, sit there, and then after a while, just kind of buff it with the microfiber cloth. All right, so that is one way to do it. I prefer this one just because it is really quick and very, very simple. And you can see that this bottle right here is a large bottle that's going to do a lot of red dots. So anyway, again, I'm going to do this side over and over. I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to turn it. And then I'm going to start to do this side over here, even though this one's already pretty much started turning because it sits against my body. All right, guys. So I'm going to let that sit for a little while, and I will get back with you guys. All right, guys, I'm back. For the sake of time, I sped that up, but as you can see, and I continue to just black this out. This was pretty much all white, brand new. This is my newest dot, and you can see already how much darker that writing has gotten. All right, I'm gonna take this dry fiber cloth, and I'm just gonna wipe that off. Look and see if it's dark enough for my liking. You can see that obviously is not quite dark enough yet, or not blacked out. Flip it over, wipe that dry, and we'll take another look. So this one's not bad. This one, oh, nope, correction, needs a little bit more. So all I'm gonna do, same thing I've been doing, just put more of that aluminum black on and keeping it nice and wet. You wanna keep that wet so it starts to turn that writing. And you're going to continue doing that until it gets to the color that you want. And you can see already that one is a little bit darker. I say a little bit darker, almost as dark as I want it, almost. So again, I'm going to go ahead and keep that nice and wet. Let that aluminum black do its job. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue to do this until it reaches the darkness that I prefer. At that point, I'll again wipe it off with a dry fiber cloth, examine it, make sure it looks like I want. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have now reached a color that I feel sufficient. All right, so one of the things you want to make sure that you do is as it dries up, that you put more on. That's what I've found helps to turn it, is that keeping that liquid on there helps it to turn. So now that I'm happy with the color, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe that off. All right, and you can see for me, that is sufficient. Now, if I wasn't happy with that color, I would just keep doing it over and over again. I might, next time I go, when I'm out in the sun, if I'm not happy with that, then I would just do it again a second and third time. So guys, that's how you do it, using birchwood Casey, aluminum black, Q-tips, and a microfiber cloth or some paper towels. Catch you guys on the next one.